like once I understood Bitcoin, I would go to bed with anxiety at night feeling short because I worried that somebody else would figure out what I'd figured out and they would buy it all and I wouldn't be able to buy anymore. And so once you get something and you look out decade or decades, the only issue is, how do I buy more of it?
Yeah, there should be some risk management around this thing, should there not? Or it's just, because buy and hold is not, Michael, that's not something, that companies and executives have been trying to sell me their stock for 20 years have been telling me to do, and I'm just not willing to buy into that.
Well, I didn't buy it to make money in 7 days. I bought it to hold for 30 years.
Yeah,
so why don't you come back to me in 30 years and call me an idiot at that point in time? And it all comes down to time horizon. You're thinking about 12 months. And by the way, Keith, in 12 months, you're probably going to beat me on every single trade. I'm an idiot when it comes to figuring it out in 12 months. In 10 years, I think I'll probably be right. But I made the trade because when I looked out 30 years, all the noise dropped away. And I said, over 30 years, I don't want to be holding government bonds. I don't want to hold corporate debt. I don't want to hold a bunch of big tech equities that are already highly appreciated. I don't want to own gold. I can't figure out what to buy. And I found this thing. And I think it's just extraordinary that we even have the opportunity to buy it at this point in time, because 10 years ago you couldn't.
If you believe in it, why don't you understand it so that you don't buy it at a bad price? There's nothing.
If you believed in it, you wouldn't sell it. Well, Keith, like once I understood Bitcoin, I would go to bed with anxiety at night feeling short because I worried that somebody else would figure out what I'd figured out and they would buy it all and I wouldn't be able to buy anymore. And so once you get something and you look out decade or decades, the only issue is, how do I buy more of it?
Yeah.
Like, that's all we're thinking.
So you should be going to bed at night like...
You got to own something, man. You know, at the end of the day, you got a family, you got a company, you got a future. Look out 30 years and try to figure out what you love. Wine, you're going to own that. What's your passion? What is it that you're going to own, that you're going to hold? I would buy into the notion that maybe when, you know, if you got a model and it says Bitcoin is cheap or it's better or whatever, buy more of it. I just think the danger is selling a good thing. Like I'm not very good at selling my things, Keith. Once you find something that you love, you know, you should hold it, because if you sell it to buy it cheaper, then you're betting that other people that have this short-term model are going to act however they're going to act. And you might be right, but you might be wrong. And at the end of the day, if you're buying something that you expect to go up by a factor of 100, then selling it or buying it this year is going to be plus or minus. Like if you bought like Apple stock at $2.25 versus $2.10, it seemed like a big difference back then. But what if you made the mistake and you were short the share and you missed the next $100 run up? I mean, that's the danger of near-term trading. So
yeah, and the opportunity. I don't think this is a debate about